We're talking about the social networking sites and how you can use them and how they can be used against you. Joining us, Kevin Connell with AccuScreen.com, Karen Post, Branding Authority, and Peter Lake with Stetson College of Law. Jen from Tampa, I just think it's ridiculous that bosses are looking for things to fire people over. It's my personal life. If I did something at work, that's one thing, but my off time is my off time. What do we say to Jen?
Well, one thing I would say to Jim is if he's working someplace,
Jen, I guess.
Or Jen. Okay, I'm sorry, Jen. In terms of your privacy settings, all of these sites, Facebook, MySpace, they all have privacy settings. So if you don't want somebody to see your information, then you should study up on the privacy settings. In fact, I mean, I'd be happy to help anybody with that info.
What about her point that, hey, what I do on my off time shouldn't be, I should not be judged on that, and yet I saw in the story, people are judged by their off time activities all the time.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's first you have to define what's off time and on time. I mean, there are a lot of places that are infiltrated. You're working at a business and people are addicted to posting information up on MySpace, posting information up on Facebook.
When they should be working.
When they should be working.
Right.
In fact, the average waste time is 2 hours per day per employee that is on Facebook, 2 hours a day. I mean, that adds up. That's lost productivity.
But what about your off time? Hey, she's doing a little off work stuff to make a little extra money that the boss might not like if he knew. Do you guys think that bosses have a right to find out what somebody's doing on their off time and judge them for that?
I think it needs to be discussed when you create your relationship with your employer, and you need to have a clear understanding of what the boundaries are, and then you play within those boundaries, and it depends what level of profession you are and what your goals are. All of those things I think need to be thrown into the decision pot. But if you're a professional...
So the guy in the story who worked for the Philadelphia Eagles and lost his job because they went on, saw what he was talking about, he used something with profanity in it. Doubt if that's in the company manual anywhere, that you can't say anything profane in your own time on your, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but a company like that is all about their brand and the sensitivity to protect their brand. So as an employer, you're an ambassador of the brand, and you should just know that that's off the rules. I mean, if you work for a public brand like a sports team.
Peter, do you think that the students you work with know what we're talking about today, that these pictures from the fraternity parties that get posted can come back to haunt them?
They may know, Kathy. The problem is that they care. And I think what you see with the younger folks is they were raised with a lot of self-esteem building. And so they don't have a lot of shame. The shame instinct isn't really there, so they're very proud of how they communicate. And then the other thing is that they haven't been trained like we were in communicating in context and understanding that what you say on the Kathy Fountain Show isn't what you'd say at home. But you see, in their world, those lines blur, and I think in cyberspace, those lines blur. The public and private is not as clear in cyberspace, because you might think, as Kevin pointed out, that you're just talking to a friend, but you're actually broadcasting to a whole group of people that you don't even know are watching. So public and private are very blurry in the cyber world, and I think you have a generation of digital natives who don't have that sense of boundarying that we were given.
Yeah, there's really two things. Number one, pre-employment. When we're doing a background check on somebody, we're not looking at somebody's social media site. And we recommend highly that all of our clients, our hiring managers and business owners don't do that, because there is no way to determine 100% sure that Facebook profile belongs to that person. Such celebrities as Steve Tyler from Aerosmith, Megan Kelly from Fox News, Megan Kelly, excuse me, have these fake profiles put together. So how do you determine whether that's them or not?
Are you saying that if employers don't look at that when they're determining whether to hire somebody? You say they're really not?
I'm saying that we do not look at that information. I do know hiring managers at some point, and through study and research, are looking at that information. And I'm advising them not to do that pre-employment, because there is no way to confirm that information is.
But you know they're doing it. You know they're doing it.
Sure, real world, they're definitely doing it. But the second point, which is the bigger point, we're talking about reputation of the company, I mean, just recently we had a case where this guy who worked at a fast food place in Ohio decided that it would be a good idea to bring one of those portable flip cameras into the restaurant. This is a fast food restaurant, and to take a bath in the sink of the restaurant. I mean, is that outrageous? And he had the whole thing filmed, and it didn't take long. And this is how social media works. Is, I mean, you've got all of a sudden it's on Twitter, it's on YouTube.
The video.
Oh, it's on YouTube right now. You look up this. It was a Burger King in Ohio.
Oh my gosh.
This person took a bath. So, and somebody was filming it. So somebody's filming him taking a bath.
So what happened? I have to take a break.
Well,
What happened?
The thing that happened is he got fired. Health code enforcement came in. The business got shut down. So not only was he out of a job, the person taking the pictures, and the poor innocent coworkers there, and the managers. And would you go back to that restaurant after hearing about that story?
Wow, what a story. Be careful what you post. Wow. Take a break. We'll be right back.